Hello, my name is Tim Manzke, and I'm going to go through an example of solving equations. Go through some basic examples. First example I want to take a look at is the equation n plus 6 equals negative 14. Here, we're just going to take one step to solve the equation for n. The technique we'll use here is to cancel out the constant 6. Now it's a plus 6 here. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Or you can think of it as like adding a negative 6 from both sides. Now what's going to happen on the left-hand side is that the 6's are going to cancel out, isolating n for our solution. So the 6's cancel. And then here you have negative 14 minus 6. Now, if you're thinking of this in terms of combining the two numbers here, this is the same as saying adding like signs, negative 14 and a negative 6. And the rule is when we add like signs together, if both numbers have the same sign, we just add the two numbers and keep the sign. So as a result, for our first equation, we're going to get an answer of negative 20. Okay, so this is just one example of solving equations. Let's take a look at another example. Second example here we got x minus 19 equals negative 22. Our goal for solving an equation is to get the x by itself. In my first step, to get this x by itself is to get rid of the minus 19. And the way I'm going to get rid of the minus 19 is to add 19 to both sides. So basically what you're doing is you're adding the opposite of a negative 19 and a positive 19, and when you add them together they'll cancel each other out. So this will cancel. On the right hand side I have the negative 22 and the positive 19. This is a negative number, this is a positive number. What I'm going to do here is basically take 22 minus 19, which will give you a value of 3. Now 22 has the negative number, so we're going to keep the sign of the 22. So as a result, our answer would be negative 3. In our third example, we have the equation 4x equals 24. Now this one's a little bit different from the previous two. Our goal is to get rid of the 4, the coefficient in front of the x. Now if you don't see a symbol in between the 4 and the x, okay, you assume that it's multiplication, meaning that you're multiplying those two numbers together. So we're trying to find the value of x that's going to give us 4 times x equals 24. Now, in most math textbooks, what they'll emphasize is the multiplication property, meaning that what we'll do is we're going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficients. In other words, you have a 4 here, meaning that we'd multiply both sides by 1/4. Now, as a result of doing this, what's going to happen on the left-hand side, 1/4 times 4, that's the same as taking 4 divided by 4. They'll cancel each other out, and as a result, they'll cancel. 1/4 times 24, that's the same as just saying 24 over 4. the translation for that would be just taking 24 divided by 4, and as a result, we will come up with a value of 6. Because basically, if you remember in the beginning, we had 4x equals 24, so the solution would be, let's write the original equation back up here, because originally we started out with 4x equals 24 as what we started out with. So if I go back and check, 4 times 6 is going to equal 24. Our last example is x over 6 equals 5. Now an equation like this, what we want to do here is we want to get rid of the number in the denominator, meaning we want to get rid of the 6 somehow. A technique I like to use is to multiply both sides of the equation by what's in the denominator. So in other words, I would take 6 times the fraction x over 6, and I take 6 times 5. Now remember, when solving equations, what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So what will happen here is that these 6's on the left-hand side are going to cancel out, because when I write this, basically what this is saying is we're going to have 6x over 6, 6 times 5, which is 30. And what will happen is that the 6's are going to cancel out, and as a result, x is going to equal 30 in this case, because 30 divided by 6 is going to equal 5. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, my name is Tim Manzke, and thank you for watching the video. Take care and have a nice day.